Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this yoga, meditation, and pranayam session. My name is Sabah Heather, and I'm very fortunate and blessed to be able to bring these sessions to you, working in collaboration with Consulate General of India's office here in Chicago. We bring these sessions to you every Wednesday and Friday morning, 7:30 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. I have been teaching in the Chicagoland area for over a decade, and I also train people to become yoga and meditation teacher. I truly believe that this is my calling, this is my dharma, this is my purpose, and feel very blessed to have found my purpose. In today's session, we will talk about trusting the inner guidance. Oftentimes, we say to our friends, "Oh, I was just about to call you and you called me." Or often we say to ourselves, "I knew I was right. I should have said it. Why didn't I say it out loud?" Or you introspect on the past and you say, "I knew I was making the wrong decision. I should have made the other decision. I knew it felt right and I didn't listen to it." It happens multiple times in our lives when we are guided so much by the mind that the heart seems left out. Heart feels left out. One of the principles of the yogic philosophy is to strike a balance between the two. Strike a balance between working from a place where mind is in charge, the brain is in charge, and working from a place where the heart is in charge. And it seldom happens that we pause, we sit down and we start to think, well, how is it that I am leading my life? Am I leading from a place of mind or am I leading from a place of heart? Am I even trying to strike a balance between the two or not? These practices, these showing up on our mats, sitting with our eyes closed in dhyana, focusing on our breath work in pranayam, moving through our body in asana, will help us understand how we are leading our lives. Leading from a place of mind or heart, we have to strike a balance in being able to do both, because there is a reason divine gave us both. And how can we utilize both of these wonderful gems that are within us? The more we try and find a balance, then we hone the inner voice that is always coming out, that is always trying to communicate with us, which is often forget, or we often neglect we neglect and we don't pay attention to the voice that's coming from within. Let's do that. Let's hone that voice. Let's try to listen to the heart as well, because I don't know about you, but I know that most of us right now, in this day and age, driven by technology, driven by knowledge and information that is around us, we lead a life that is very heavily driven by the mind. Nothing wrong in it. Mind is an excellent instrument of logic and analysis, retaining information and memory. However, there is a reason we are also given the heart, because it is only when we start to lead from a place of heart that you start to tap into the field of spirituality. Start doing things that nourish the soul, that nourish your own self. And with that comes contentment. With that comes santosh. And that really improves the quality of our lives. So let's go ahead and, you know how in olden times you used to tune the radio to connect to just the right frequency. Our practice today will exactly be the same, tuning that radio in order to be able to tune into that exact frequency so we can start to listen to our heart. Now, I'm sitting in hero. I'm going to change my stance. So go ahead and sit cross-legged if you want. Flip the palms up. Then Bend the ring fingers towards the palm and let them touch the tip of the thumbs. So let me show them up to you like that, so you know exactly what it is that we are doing. Ring finger, your third finger, to the tip of your thumb. The back of your hand, your wrist is resting on your knee, on the left and on the right side. Take a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Ground down through the legs. Allow the pelvis to become heavy. Lengthen through the spine, sit up tall on your mat. Soften the belly, soften the chest. Relax the shoulders and elbows. Tuck the chin towards the neck. And feel the crown of the head growing up towards the sky. Internally or out loud, depending upon your practicing space, say to yourself, I am here, I am present, I am ready. I'm here on my mat physically, in my room, in my office, on my deck, wherever you're practicing. I am here, I am present, I'm present in my practice mentally. I draw my thoughts to the current, to the present moment. I am ready. Wherever this evolution, this inner evolution is going to take me, wherever my spiritual practice will take me, I'm ready to go there. I am here. I am present. I am ready. Relax the abdomen completely when you inhale. And when you exhale, actively pull the belly in toward the spine, engaging the abdominal wall, activating the internal organs. And inhale, fill the belly all the way. I'm resting one of my hands on my belly so I can show you the movement of the belly with the breath. You can continue to sit in your meditative posture, inhaling, filling the belly big, exhaling, actively pulling the belly in toward the spine, as if you're sticking your floating ribs out. That slight tucking of the belly in will massage the internal organs, improve your lung capacity, decompress your lower spine, creating space in your lower spine, so relieving aches and pains from the back. Inhale, big belly again. Exhale, actively pulling the belly back in toward the spine. And keep that rhythm going. We are so stressed right now in our lives. We are so exhausted in our lives that we are at a very basic stage of what we can, in a safe way, practice when it comes to pranayam. We are not ready mentally to go on to do further things just yet. And when I say this, I'm grossly generalizing. I know some of you have advanced practices. But if you're new to yoga, know that we live a stressful life. And for you to just learn how to breathe right, knowing that when I'm inhaling, I have to make my belly big so my lungs have the space to take the breath in as the diaphragm pushes down, that itself will be a huge success, huge victory for me. And as you're exhaling, you're pulling the belly in, pushing the internal organs up. They push the diaphragm up, squeezing the lower lobes of the lungs, letting you exhale completely, removing that stale air from the lower parts of the lungs, so that when you take the next breath in, fresh breath comes in. As I am talking to you, keep taking these deep, mindful, long, slow breaths. You're sitting in this meditation here to train the self to trust the inner guidance. Where does that inner guidance come from? In your physical body. If you were to give a space, a spot, a bindu, a dot in your body, where will that spot be? Where is this inner voice coming from in your body? Sometimes when I think of the inner voice, my hand automatically goes to the heart. Sometimes I have to rest my hands on my belly so my breath can become in sync with my inner guidance. Sometimes I feel it's coming from my gut, from my second brain in my belly. And sometimes I just kind of smack my head. I feel the inner guidance is coming from the forehead. Where today do you feel the guidance is coming from? Breathe into that space. Attuned to the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward with complete integrity. Attuned to the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward with complete integrity. Attuned to the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward with complete integrity. Softly open your eyes. Release your mudra, release your hand gesture, and let's go ahead and switch legs. Take your right arm, wrap it around your back. And now, behind you, see if you can find your hand. With the left hand, tuck the right arm more to the left side. Some of us will be able to not only hold the hand, but also take the hand to the left elbow. So if you are able to do it, then go ahead and hold the elbow and tuck the arm all the way to the left side, or just hold on to the forearm or even the hand, tugging the hand all the way to the left. Feel the breath into the chest. You will realize as you're holding this position, as you're forcing the right side of your chest, collarbone, and arm to stretch, you have no choice but to take a deep breath in. This is the beauty of our body, the different layers that the body is made up of. When you change the physical layer, when you change the physical body, the energetic body automatically on its own starts to change. And vice versa is also the same. So as I'm opening my chest forcibly, my breath is also forced to be big. Release the right arm, wrap the left arm around your back, hold the left hand with your right, tugging the left side of your chest, your collarbone, your arm, all the way around your back to the right side, and just try and breathe and hold here. When you're ready, gently release, let go, hands come onto the knees. Interlace your fingers together so that the palms are facing outward. Now I'm going to flip my hands up to the sky, keeping the arms straight. For some of us, the arms will not be able to become straight here today, but that's okay. I want you to continue to press the palms up towards the sky. Reach all the way up. Stay grounded through the shoulders, so drop the shoulders down, but reach up with your hands. Now, keeping this position, interlacing of the fingers will really help open the joints in our hands. And we have tons and tons of joints in our hands. They are very important to us, maintaining mobility, maintaining functioning of the hands is extremely important, and we are using our hands in such a way that we do certain motions repetitively. So this is an excellent exercise in stretching the tendons, stretching the muscles, opening the joints, in making sure you keep your hands, your wrists, your arms healthy and strong. A lot of us suffer from frozen shoulders as well these days. Sometimes it's due to stress. So this is again an excellent exercise in bringing movement to your shoulders. Now, release the arms for just a moment. Rest your hands by your sides. Stay on your fingertips. Pause. You may notice that when I am in between postures, I tend to close my eyes. You can do that or you don't, but you don't have to do that. I feel like closing my eyes allows me to center on my breath as I am transitioning from one posture to the other. Traditionally, when I was trained in such a way that you pause between postures. It wasn't a race from one posture to the other. I was trained to take pauses between the postures so I can regroup myself, I can collect my energy and show up to the next posture fully aware and with full energy. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up, interlace the fingers together, flip the palms up. Now, as you're here, inhale, fill yourself up. And as you exhale, lean to the right side. Again, another rule of thumb is to always make sure that you start from the right side. It's just easy to remember. Notice how my left knee starts to come off the mat. So I'm going to press that knee down and lean to the right with my upper body as much as possible. I'm not leaning forward. I'm not leaning backwards so my knees come off. I'm just leaning all the way to the right. Imagine you're in between two window panes and your body's just going up like the swing of a pendulum and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the other side. Stay grounded with your knees, with your thighs, with your hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the arms. It's such a simple exercise to look at. It looks easy when you're observing from the outside, but when you're practicing, you know it's not easy. Arms feel heavy, shoulders feel heavy, but it's all good. Right hand on the left knee. Now here we're going to go into a twist. It's an excellent exercise in making sure your spine is strong and healthy. So gently nudge, gently twist to the left side. I don't know if you heard my spine make some noise here. Look over the left shoulder, but don't slouch down with the spine. Sitting tall with the spine. Engage your eyes as well. And try and see as far to the left with your eyes as you can. So we are also stretching the muscles that hold the eyeball in the eye socket, really making the eyes strong as well. This is what happens when we go into a twist. The digestive system gets a boost. So as you're twisting, the air trapped in the belly, the air trapped in the digestive system is often released. The air trapped in the joints is released. That's why you hear those popping sounds in your joints, in your spine. So this is a really simple, yet really effective exercise for your spine, for your digestive system, and your eliminatory system. Come to neutral. Left hand on the right knee. Inhale, fill yourself up. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Keep the neck long. In this position, oftentimes you have a tendency to either look down or we extend the neck, crunching the spine. So you have to just find a balance. You have to find where the neck and the head become a normal extension of the rest of your spine. Gently come to neutral. Excellent job. Keeping the legs where they are, I'm keeping track, balancing the left and the right side. I still have a couple of minutes before we can come out of this. Inhale, fill yourself up. And as you exhale, start to lower down and see if the head can touch the ground. If you're sitting on a chair practicing, then just rest your head down on a desk in front of you maybe. Or you can rest your hands on your desk and just wait here. Let the head become heavy. As the head becomes heavy, we are sending a signal to the body that I'm surrendering with my mind. I'm letting the heart take charge. And it's okay. It's okay to do that. Inhale, fill yourself up. Send the arms behind your back. Fingers pointing towards the hips. Excuse me. Gently puff the chest up and keep pressing the earth away with the hands. Again, I'm opening the chest. And as I'm opening the chest and as I'm letting the head go lower down, I'm again sending a signal to my body that I'm ready to lead from a place of my heart, my inner guidance, my true guidance. So not only do you feel fulfillment in your life, you also feel contentment. Inhale, lift the head up, gently come back up. Take the back of your hands, place them in front of you, and lean forward. Then see if you are able to straighten the arms or not. You may be able to straighten your arms, you may not be able to straighten your arms, but that's absolutely fine. And now gently release, let go. So now body is primed for more advanced postures. I want you to come to the top of the mat, but don't use your arms if possible. So go ahead and rest your feet in front of you. See if you can use the core and thigh muscles to lift yourself up on your feet. My hips are not on my mat. And then come all the way up to standing. Seems simple and easy. For some of us, it is simple and easy, but others, it may not feel like that. But I urge you, I request you to continue to practice to be able to come off the ground and not use your hands. This really makes the body strong and establishes that mind-body connection. All right. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the chest. Now, rest your hands on your shins or your knees. Look towards the upper edge of the mat. Imagine that the chest will grow towards the wall in the front. And then hold the half forward fold with your spine absolutely straight. Imagine your morning cup of joe is resting on your back. And if your back is slouched, if your spine is rounded, you don't get any coffee today. So try and keep that spine long by pushing the chest out. Now, notice how my feet, my heels, and my hips are not in one angle. So I'll try and gently push my chest forward to try and bring the hips on top of my heels. I feel off balance here, but there is a deeper engagement of these tiny muscles, tiny joints in my feet. There is an activation that I feel in my calf muscles and my hamstrings. So gently pushing as much as you feel comfortable, as much as you feel like, okay, I won't topple down. Gently pushing the upper body forward, the hips forward, to try and bring the hips on top of the toes, the heels. Heels will be okay too. Now, I want you to imagine that the spine is growing in two different directions. The crown of the head is growing towards the front of the room, and the hips are growing towards the back of the room. Feel that length in your spine. Feel that release in your pelvis, in your lower back, in your tailbone. I know, it's so simple, yet you are feeling tired, or at least I'm feeling tired. I don't want to presume anything. And exhale, release the hands down. Now let the spine become round. I want you to become a rag doll. Just relax the head, relax the neck, relax the arms. And shift the weight of the body from your heels into your toes a little bit more. Now notice that stretch that we started in the half fold in our calf muscles and hamstrings. Notice how that stretch has gone deeper. The intensity has increased. Now bend your knees generously and step with the right knee back. I'm going to move up on my mat a little bit. Step with the right knee back and drop the right knee down on the mat. Rest your hands down. Pause here in what we call Ashwasanchalan, or the lunge, where the left knee is on top of the left ankle, right knee is as far away as it can be. Now, I don't know about you, but I have very skinny knees, and I don't like the sensation of the mat on my knees. So whenever I'm working on my knees, I keep an extra cushion under my knees just to protect my knee, just to be comfortable in my practice. If you want to do it, you're welcome to do it. Pushing the hips forward here. Hands become your support, your pillars, to bear some of the weight of the body. And again, open the chest forward. Let the head become a natural extension of the rest of your spine. Excellent. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Now, pressing into the right hand, move the left foot to the left edge of your mat, as far to the left as you can. I'm going to turn forward towards the front so that you can see exactly what is it that I'm going to do. So imagining that this is the front of my mat. Pressing into the right hand, left foot next to the right hand. Now I'm going to move the left foot more to the outer edge of my left edge of my mat. Left hand is on the left knee. Gently pry the knee open. Push the knee apart. Open the chest to the right. And notice that wonderful stretch in your hips, in your left leg. I also feel it in my right leg, but the placement is different. Here I feel it in my inner leg, but on the right side I feel it in the front. My hamstrings, my abs, my glutes. Gently pressing, gently opening the chest, opening the hips. It's an excellent exercise for those of you who suffer from tight lower back and hips. Rest the left foot down on the mat. Rest the hands on the mat, both of them. Pause here for a moment. And then if you can, see if you can lower down on your forearms. Looks simple and easy. I know it's quite challenging. So I only want you to do as much as you comfortably can. Now let's say that the forearms are not able to come to the ground. Then you can use some props in your room. A cushion, a couple of blankets. I even often have seen my students use a couple of books to rest their forearms on this bolster. Continue to press the hips down though. The focus is on the hips. Relax the head, relax the neck. Press into your hands, inhale, lift up. Keep your props aside for a moment. Then, here's the fun part. Lift the right knee up. Press into your hands. Find strength in your hands. Lift the left foot up and send it all the way back. Drop the knees down to the mat. Push the hips to the heels and rest the head down. Again, to that place of surrender, where we let the head come down, lower down, so we can lead from our heart. Relax yourself completely here. Press into your hands, pressing the hands towards the front. Gently walk to the top of the mat again. Relax into a forward fold where your hands are on your support system. Hips are on top of the heels. Now, inhale up to halfway lift. This is what we call Ardha Uttanasana. Ardha is half. Uttana. Ut is intense. Tan is stretch. Asan is posture. Intensely stretching posture. So you're intensely stretching your body in the forward fold. That's Uttanasana. But this is Ardha Uttanasana. This is half stretching. And you can almost feel why this is named that, because you feel the stretch from your hips down to your feet. You're feeling the stretch in half of your body. Now inhale. Lift all the way up, reach up. Exhale, release the arms down by your sides. Let go. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold, swan dive into a half fold. Open the chest forward, removing that curve from the upper spine. We are all sort of developing that hunch in our spine as we tend to lean forward all day in front of a screen, looking on a phone, looking on a screen. So we are always hunched down. This is an excellent exercise in removing any imperfection, postural imperfections from the spine. Exhale, release the hands down into the forward fold, Uttanasana. Arms are heavy, shoulders are heavy. The weight of the body is shifting from the heels slightly to your toes as well. Bend the knees generously, planting the hands into the mat. Step with the left leg back and drop the left knee down. Now into the lunge, Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Ashwa is horse, Sanchalan is riding or maneuvering the horse as you have the reins in your hands. Press the hips down. Excuse me. One more full breath here. Now, excuse me, move the right foot to the right edge of your mat. Pressing the left hand down next to the right foot, take the right hand to the right knee and gently pry the knee open. Pushing the knee out, falling on the outer edge of the right foot. Just keep pressing, keep opening the chest to the right and then up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come to neutral. Excellent job. Walk the foot forward just a little bit. And then resting both your hands. Stay on your hands here as the hips continue to open. Lower down on your prop, lower down on your forearms. Whatever you are able to do here, go ahead and do that. Press into your hands, inhale, lift up, send the right leg back, push back to a child's pose. Gently press into your hands, inhale, lift up. And now, as you're sitting in the hero, oftentimes hero is challenging for a lot of us. Then what you can do is fold the blanket, any blanket from your room, keep it in front of your feet or on top of your feet, and then just sit with the blanket under your ankles. So this makes it a little bit easier for us. Let's say that is also not enough. Then what you will do is you'll grab another blanket and slide that blanket between your calves and your thighs. And see if that helps you, if that makes the hero accessible to you. Roll the shoulders back. Rest your hands on your thighs. In many cultures, this is a position, this is a posture, asana, that represents dignity, respect, courage, and strength. Sometimes it requires strength and courage from us to trust that inner voice that's coming from within, to listen to that, to implement after you have listened and heard that inner voice. May this posture today help you find strength and courage to listen to your inner guidance. May you extend the same dignity and respect that you show your head. May you extend the same respect, same dignity to your heart, to your emotions, to your feelings. Send the arms behind your back, interlace your fingers together, make a tight fist, push the hands away as one last time you puff the chest up to the sky. And exhale, release the hands. Remove the props from under your legs. And now we come to the final resting posture. If your space allows you to do it, go ahead and lay down on your mat. I always invite my practitioners, my students to end the class with laying down on the mat in Shavasana. Even if it's a 5-year-old, I always invite him or her to lay down in Shavasana. So if your space allows you to do that, go ahead and do it. And if not, I understand. Stay seated in your chair, on the mat, wherever you are, however you are able to do this. But this is the stage of dhyana. This is the stage of meditation. We don't need the body, so just relax the body completely. We have primed the body to get to this place. The body is ready. Let's go deeper. Now that you're fully alert and awake, now that your radio is tuned in to listen to that inner guidance, ask yourself this question. What is that one thing that I can do today that will bring more joy to my life, not happiness. That will bring joy to my life. What is that one thing that I can do today, big or small, that will bring more joy to my life? And before the logical mind wants to kick in and answer this question, I want you to stay with your heart. I want you to make that decision not from a logical place, but from a place of feelings and emotions. All that is feminine about you, whether you're a man or a woman. We all have the divine feminine in us. What is that one thing that you can do today to bring more joy in your life? Now that you have received your answer, I want you to visualize yourself doing that today, in this moment. Writing in my journal, reading a good book of poems, sitting down in front of the fireplace with a cozy cup of coffee or tea, calling an old friend, cooking a nourishing meal, sitting with my eyes closed to take a break. These are some of the things you can do to bring joy to your life. And there are many, many more things that you can do that are so you, that are so individual to you. Think of that. See yourself doing that. Visualize your body, your mind, your heart feeling that already. Finally, affirm to yourself out loud or quietly, attuned to my inner guidance, I move forward in my life with integrity. Attuned to the voice of my inner guidance, I move forward in life with integrity. Attuned to the voice of my inner guidance, I move forward in life with integrity. Now bringing movement back to the body. We'll end the class with 3 full breaths together. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more full breaths. I bow down to the goodness in you, the universe that dwells in you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your day. I hope you come back to us and practice with us Friday as well. I would love to hear from you, your questions, your suggestions. Stay well, stay healthy, stay happy. I will see you next class. Thank you.